Morning guys. Well, as you can see, I'm back on my bike again, and today we are going down to Trang, and I say we because I have the wife with me today. Normally she won't go on the back of the bike, but she's decided she's coming out on the bike today, so we're off down to Trang. Trang is the south of Thailand, and it's about 5 hours from Phuket and not too far away from the Malaysian border. Just coming into Phang Nga now. The road down to Krabi is just beautiful. Some really nice scenery, very picturesque. Well, I've been down this road a few times, but I have to say every time I come down it just takes your breath away. The limestone formations are just, some of them are just stunning. So we're about 50 kilometers outside of Krabi now, coming down to Krabi on the main road. I'm going to stop in Krabi, have some food, and then we'll make our way down to Trang, which is about another hour, an hour and 30 minutes, depending on how fast you travel and how much traffic's about. It's not been too bad this morning, I must admit. There's plenty of places along this main road to stop if you want some refreshment, something to eat, drink, etc. Okay guys, we're in Krabi now. We're just coming into the town itself. I'm going to go and have a look for a little place, a little restaurant that I know to, see if it's still there. I haven't been to Krabi for quite a while, so hopefully it won't have closed down. They normally do breakfasts, lunch and things like that, so I'm going to go and have a look, see whether they're still there. Just coming down now to the main part of Krabi. Oh, don't look like you can go down here. They must have something on at the moment because they've closed the road. Normally this goes down to the main part and the river, but it doesn't look like we can go this way, so it's a case of having to turn around and go the other way, I think. My wife informs me we can go this way. I don't know Krabi every single road, so she knows it better than I do. The river to the left there, that's one thing I like about Krabi. Ah, she's wrong. She obviously don't know where she's going either. Huh? Okay, we try again. There must be something going on at the moment in Krabi. I don't know what. I know it's what I was going to say is, I know it was New Year's Day yesterday. There must be some sort of market or something going on there, so we're having to go a different way. Okay, hopefully the place that I know is still there. It's the only trouble here when you don't come for a while, places tend to come and go. So with a bit of luck, it's still here. Just coming down to it now. River in front, lovely. Take a little break here for about an hour. Ah, okay. We won't be going to that place that I know because it's no longer there. It just shows you it's only been about 18 months since I was last here, maybe a little bit longer, and that's gone. So, oh well, I have to go and look for somewhere now to eat. Okay guys, we just stopped and had some lunch. Very nice it was as well. We stopped at a place called Scenic Bakery. They've got a small restaurant as well. Obviously, as the name suggests, they're a bakery. They do fresh cakes, breads, etc. But they've also got a, not an extensive menu, but a reasonable menu for lunch. Just coming past now Krabi International Airport. It's quite handy. It's only about 5 or 10 minutes outside of Krabi town. It's not too far. It's great now that they've got an international airport, obviously for the tourist point of view. I think that's probably why Krabi is getting a lot more busier now. It's a lot easier to access from international destinations. And we are now headed towards Trang. And also, should I say, Koh Lanta, 73 kilometers from here. Again, another beautiful place, Koh Lanta, the island. Somewhere I want to do a more in-depth review of the place. I have been there once, but the weather wasn't very good when I went, which was a bit of a shame. It was raining. I actually forgot to mention that if you're coming down this way, it's well worth a visit to the hot springs and the emerald pools. I haven't been to the hot springs myself, but I have been to the emerald pools, and they are beautiful. They're well worth the visit. So if you're coming down towards Trang, the emerald pools, I've just seen a sign there, they're 23 kilometers. We are now just coming into a place called Phu Pha Yot, which is just outside of Trang, and this is where we're going to be staying at the hotel. It's not far now, probably 4 or 5 kilometers. Okay guys, it looks like we're here. It's a fairly new hotel. It's not been open 1 year yet. I'm just looking to where we go. Okay, so reception. I presume we have to go there first. Well guys, this is my bed for tonight at Phu Pha Yot Resort. I mistakenly earlier described it as a hotel, and it's not really a hotel. As you can see, they're more chalets, bungalow style rooms. There's currently 23 of these available, but there are some more being built. I've spoken to the owner. The owner's wife is my wife's best friend from school, so they're still building part of the resort. It's not completely finished yet, but it's going to be very nice when it's finished, and it's set on 85 rai of land, so quite a good size resort. There's a large car park, plenty of parking for any cars. They have a pool on site, a restaurant where breakfast is taken in the morning, and they do evening food as well, and apparently the food is very good, which I will be sampling later. The prices of the rooms in January are 1300 baht, including breakfast, and then the rest of the year the rooms drop down to 1100, including breakfast.
The resort itself is set on a lovely backdrop with a mountain behind it. Really nice spot. And is about 14 kilometers outside of Trang. Obviously you would need a car or a motorbike. Quite a large pool area with a jacuzzi and what looks like showers for changing. There's also what looks like a bit of a food restaurant court type thing. I'm not quite sure, it's not open as yet. And there's also a reception there next to the pool. And then further down we have these traditional Thai wooden houses. The owner's informed me he's going to have, there's currently 2, they're not quite finished yet, they're still being built. Going to be 3 bedroomed ones available, and then another 5 1-bedrooms available, and they're going to be roughly, they haven't worked out the prices as yet, roughly 3,500 baht for the 3-bedroomed ones per night. You see that they've got the important things already installed, the air conditioning and the flat screen TV, so these are going to be quite nice when they're finished. They're obviously just being put together at the moment. Set on quite a lot of land, I'll be honest with you, and I think once it's been completely finished being built, it's going to be a really nice resort to come and stay. So I'm going to have to talk to my friend who's got the motorbike group. Maybe coming down here for an overnighter would be a good idea, because there's a few islands you can visit from this area that are absolutely stunning. This is the breakfast area in the morning. I have quite a large restaurant here, to be honest. I'm quite surprised. Have outside area, there's also the restaurant inside where I presume we'll be dining tonight, and the owners just told me there's also an upstairs part to it as well. So quite a big restaurant, as restaurants go, and they also have people from outside come because apparently the food is delicious. Okay guys, I've just been brought by the owners of the resort to a place that's not very well known as regards for tourists. In fact, only the locals know of it. It's called the Morakot, but it's right by the resort, so obviously once the resort gets bigger, this is going to be quite a nice little spot to come. Unless you are a local, you wouldn't be able to find this. Okay, I was asking my wife what it's called, and the owners and my wife wasn't sure what it's called, so she's actually had a quick look, and what it is, it's a Morakot Mine, or what used to be, and it looks like it's obviously all being filled in now, and you've got a really nice lake, reservoir, I don't know how you describe it, beautiful backdrop, but it's quite off the beaten track. It's only 5 minutes from the resort, it's not far at all, but like I say, if you didn't know where it was, you wouldn't be able to stumble across it. It'd be very unlikely, because it's off the main road, down a side road, and then another road. Tourists are allowed to come here, but they just don't know about it. The Morakot Mine. Looks like there's a second part to it as well. So we've got one small pool that's been filled in. It was originally the mine, and it looks like there's a second one as well. Is this the same depth? 40 meters. Also 40 meters deep. Be a good place to come for diving. For scuba diving. At 40 meters. Yeah. Hi again guys. Well, it's day 2. I'm down just outside of Trang, and this is the main reason why I came down here. Is I've had to renew my driving license, not only me but my wife also. So we've come down to do it down here rather than in Phuket, because there's a bit of a queue in Phuket. So it's just easier down here, it's a lot quicker, no queuing, no messing about. So I'm just waiting now for the wife to get hers. I've got mine already. Just had to do a eye test for me, but the wife had to sit and listen to a a lecture for an hour on road safety, etc. But luckily enough I didn't have to do that.
Hi again guys. Well, we've left the driving centre where you go for your driving test over in Thailand, or renewals in our case. So we've done that anyway. That was the main reason why we'd had to come down to Trang, and I thought I'd do a little bit of filming on the way down. Unfortunately, just as we was leaving the test centre, it started to rain, so my cameras are waterproof but my sound recorder is not, so I had to put that away. But fortunately now we've sort of got ahead of the rain. We're heading back towards Krabi. It's a little bit later in the day than I expected to be returning. I was hoping that I'd be coming back towards Krabi a little bit earlier, and I wanted to stop off and do a little bit of filming in Krabi, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have the time this week. Well, it's a nice easy road from Krabi to Trang. It's basically a straight road, so it's like it's not a motorway, but it's quite a main road as such, like a dual carriageway all the way down, so it's quite easy to get down to Trang. And I have to say that Trang is a really nice place. Very quiet. It's nowhere near as busy as Phuket, obviously, but it's a lot quieter, and I do actually want to spend a little bit more time down in Trang exploring the area and the surrounding islands, because from what I've been told from my wife, and that's where she grew up, she's lived in Phuket a long time now, but she grew up in Trang. She said the islands are absolutely amazing down there. So I really do want to do a little bit more time down there and explore some of the islands. Looks like we're coming down to a checkpoint. I've noticed there's been quite a few police checkpoints on the way down, mainly because of the new year, I think. There's got a thing in Thailand called the 7 days of danger, and we're still within that period. It's basically where they're just checking, making sure everybody's doing what they should do. Abiding by the law, not drinking too much, etc. So if you're around at Christmas time, just bear that in mind. If you're using the roads, you will see a lot more police about over that period than normal, with quite a few checkpoints both in Phuket and in mainland Thailand as well. Actually decided to take a different route on the way back, come off the main road. I used to come this way, but they started to do a lot of building along this road. Maybe I'm about to regret coming this way, but we'll wait and see. There seems to be a long queue of traffic here, but there was a lot of building going on at one time. It's a nice way to go, but I've stopped coming this way because of the roads. It's a police check, so oh well, another police check. That's why there's so much traffic down here. Okay. Okay, I thought they was going to stop me. Not that I'm worried, but seem to be having a bit of a binge on it at the moment. Just checking documentations, I was going to say I'm not worried about my license. I've just renewed it, so I got a brand new one, so there's no problem there. But they don't tend to worry about tourists too much, or a foreigner. Sometimes it just depends on what sort of mood they're in. They might want to just check your documents, make sure everything's in order. Now here's a sight you don't see every day walking along the road. The old big elephant. Lovely. That is really nice to see, I have to say. There you go, that's the reason why sometimes it pays to come off the main road. Well guys, just coming in back into Phang Nga now. We're not too far away from Phuket. That's about all I have for you on this video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe to the channel. It will help the channel loads. So I want to thank all the subscribers that have subscribed already. I wish them a happy new year. I know I'm a little bit late on that. It was a few days ago. But all the best, and I will catch you on the next episode.